What is going on, fools of YouTube? You got AJayPay, and I have another episode of To Be a Master, a Pokemon Master, episode 3. And today we're going to be using this team. I decided each of the next, like the beginnings of the videos, I'm going to show a Pokemon camp of all the Pokemon that I'm going to use in the battle. And these are the Pokemon I'm going to be finally using. Shiny Reuniclus. Oh, it's so adorable when it shines. And my first ever shiny I found in this game, which is shiny Salandit. Well, Salazzle now. How I found this. Oh, Exegirl, you're so adorable too. How I found this shiny Salandit. It was I forget. Salazzle's the evolution, but the Salandit. How I found it was I was just randomly in the wild area, and I wanted to avoid all the Pokemon. I accidentally ran into the Salandit, and it happened to be shiny and female. So lucky me. So I decided I might as well just try to use it competitively and just hope for the best, because Salandit isn't actually that great. And the set that I use for it, I kind of regret the set and the items that I use for it. I'm definitely gonna change it. Not the next video, because I have more of battles for the next video, but I'm definitely, if ever gonna use it again, am going to change its set, because you're gonna see here it has a white herb because I have overheat on it, so that way when I do get the drops, I get it doesn't do that anymore with my herb is the point. Clefable's item is really stupid. Let's be honest with you. I didn't have anything for it because it's supposed to have leftovers, so I decided to give it a sticky bar, because if you come to contact with it, it does damage to you, but in these battles it never happens. Same with Excadrill. Excadrill is supposed to have leftovers too, but it's supposed to be a sword dancing set, but I decided to put an assault vest on it and change sword dance to Horndrill, but I will never use Horndrill. I will never use when it KO moves in my life. Choice Scarf Hydreigon, I'm not a big fan of, especially because mine's modest and not timid. I wish it was timid. I should have changed it to timid, because it's more supposed to be choice specs, so I'm definitely going to change that. Reuniclus is fine the way it is, and Dragapult is fine the way it is. So I only really have two Pokemon that are fine the way that it is. Against this guy's team today, I see that Dragapult's a threat. That's pretty much it. And there is potential here that I could use Reuniclus if he uses his Toxapex, because Reuniclus can set up against Toxapex. Toxapex cannot do anything against Reuniclus, so I'm hoping that might be the case. I'm gonna do the thing that I always like to do, is just lead off with my Choice Scarf for bringing Reuniclus, of course, and bringing Dragapult, because Dragapult hits hard and it's a really, really fast Pokemon. Based like 142 speed or something, I believe, or something like that. But yeah, so I'm against a dude named Kohei. That's how you read it in Japanese. It's so weird. I'm honestly like facing Japanese people most of the time. Like, I guess this is because like I am playing after midnight. So he's gonna lead off with the Toxapex. I'm gonna lead off with Hydreigon. I'm so happy to see this Toxapex here. Reason why is because of the thing I said earlier. Reuniclus can set up on this thing's face, and Hydreigon can't do shit to this thing. So I can just U-turn out, because obviously I'm gonna be faster than this thing, and go into Reuniclus. Toxapex can't do anything to me for many reasons. It's just, one, it doesn't really hit hard with any of its attacks. Two, Toxapex's special thing to do usually is setting up Toxic Spikes or Toxic. It's mainly poison things, but it does not affect Reuniclus at all, because my Reuniclus has Magic Guard. And what Magic Guard does is I don't take any like residual damage, for example, like Toxic, Leaf Seed, burn, anything like that, or even like Stealth Rocks damage or spikes at all. I don't take damage from that. I only take direct damage from, like, you know, attacks and stuff. So now I can start setting up here. He is gonna go for the Baneful Bunker. I'm gonna decide to go for the Acid Armor here as opposed to the Calm Mind. Reason being because he has more like physically attacking pokes on his team that threatens my Reuniclus. And like I said, this thing can't do anything for me. And now I make the unfortunate play here, because it's past 2 AM, I'm not paying attention. I use Stored Power instead of Calm Mind. I wanted to Calm Mind here because he has a Charizard sitting in the back, and I wanted to be at least +1, just in case if he chose Charizard. He does get a crit here. It somewhat matters, I would say, as you'll see later. But now the problem that we're having here is what Stored Power does, if you guys didn't know, is every time you increase a stat, it increases Stored Power's base attack by 20. And let's say instead of I Stored Powered and instead did the thing I want to do is Calm Mind, I would have Acid Armored here. Then I'd be at +4 defense and +1 special attack and +1 special defense. if you count that up, that's about 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120 plus the base power of it, which is 20, 140 damage on my stored power. But now I don't have that. And not only that, I'm only at +2 physical defense. I'm only +2 on my defense. So this Dragapult's still going to hit me hard here because he is going to Dynamax. Now, I could have Dynamaxed here myself. But the reason why I didn't Dynamax is because stored power does not work the way it is the moment you Dynamax, because then it becomes max mind storm or something. And it'll have a base like attack or whatever. And I haven't Calm Minded that much, so I would be doing actually less damage if I Dynamax. But I would have more HP, keep in mind. So I decided to stay in this base form. It does a hell of a lot of damage to me. Too much damage, because if I did not misclick, and if I Acid Armored here, I could have just Sword Powered here. It would have done more damage. His max Windworm raid, or whatever it's called, would have done less damage to me, to the point to where I could either A, Store Power again, or B, recover. Basically just stall him, basically just sweep his team. But now I have to switch to a Hydreigon, and hope he doesn't go for the Dragon move and predict this. And luckily he does not. He just goes for the max Phantasm here. And I realize here, actually I don't actually realize this. I did not know that. I don't know my speed tier still. I'll be honest with you guys. Choice Scarf Hydreigon does that's modest, does not outspeed a Dragapult, which is very unfortunate. So I am gonna go and Dynamax here. The reason being is because to do more damage in general and to have more HP just in case if I do get hit by something. However, though, I forgot something about Dragapult that many Dragapults carry, as like you see, you know, Hydreigon, Dynamax and stuff. And what I forgot is they have a bug move, because most of them do have U-turn, and he Dynamax. So now he's gonna go for the max Flutterby. That's actually a pretty cool name. And my Hydreigon will just die, which is so unfortunate, because I was already at half HP at that point. So that was a waste of a Dynamax, waste of a Pokemon, because what I should have done was just switch into Dragapult and hope to win the speed tie. So that's what I have to do at this point to win the game. If I don't win the speed tie, I will absolutely lose this game, because I am Jolly Natured with max speed, and he's probably Jolly Natured at max speed as well. So we just have to hope we win. Well, unfortunately, we don't. We're very unlucky, and this tilted me so much. This battle tilted me so much for the rest of the night. Like, the rest of the battles that you'll see, because I'm not gonna upload some of the battles, I just make the dumbest decisions that I would usually never make, because this battle tilted me. Because this battle, I should have absolutely won if, one, I didn't misclick, or two, if I won the speed tie. I probably would have won. I 100% would have won if I didn't misclick. I probably would have won if I won the speed tie. He is going to go for the Dragon Darts here, and since I was so tilted, I make the wrong play here. I should have recovered. I live with 1 HP. Unbelievable, actually. I Acid Armor. I should have recovered, because Recover recovers half of your HP. So I would have been at more HP than I started after he Dragon Darts me, and then I could have possibly stalled him out, and then he eventually would have switched something out and stuff, and I could have possibly won. But that's not going to happen, unfortunately. He is going to kill me off in the Dragon Darts, and I'm going to lose here 3-0. So my Shiny Reuniclus unfortunately did not get the shine, and I just get tilted for the rest of the night, as you will see in some of the next battles here. How tilted I have become because my Shiny Reuniclus did not get its deserving time to shine. Alright, so this next battle, I hate myself. I absolutely hate myself in how sometimes I get really, really tilted. I think this is League of Legends' fault, to be honest, because that game was so fun for like 2-3 years, and then I played for another 2 years, so 5 years total, and that's where it went downhill, and I started getting tilted, and I get frustrated so easily now sometimes, and it's something that never happened to me before, but now it happens a lot, and I blame League of Legends. Off that tangent though, I take the full 2 minutes to think about what I need to lead off here, because honestly I have no idea. I see Salandit is actually kind of good against this team, so I'm actually going to use it this time. And I am gonna make the mistake of using Hydreigon here, While Hydreigon is good, I don't think it was a Pokemon I should have led off with. It should have definitely been Clefable or Salandit, one of the two. But either way, I'm definitely changing my mind about Hydreigon. I think it's only good choice specs, and I don't think I should lead off with a choice Scarfer as much as I do, unless if it's Darmanitan, because choice Scarf Darmanitan is OP. He's gonna lead off with the Weezing. I will lead off with Hydreigon, unfortunately enough. I can't do anything to this thing because it is now Poison Fairy type in this Galarian form, and I'm Dark Dragon, and I don't like any of his typings at all. So just gonna go ahead and U-turn here, and this is a perfect opportunity for me to finally be able to use my shiny Salandit, because he's probably gonna go for a Fairy move or a Poison move, both to which I resist. So it's actually a pretty good Pokemon to use here. So Salandit comes. Oh, it looks so beautiful, shiny Salandit. Oh, just wait till he uses an attack. Strange Steam does not do any damage to me. It does barely any damage because I believe that's a Fairy move, and I 4 times resist that. So that actually does a lot for a 4 times resistant move. I make a big mistake here. I was thinking I can Toxic or Will-O-Wisp anything, and the moment I click it, I was like, God damn it, I shouldn't have done that. He has a Conkeldurr that has guts, and it wants to get burned. It wants to get toxic. What I should have easily done, because I have a White Herb on this Salandit, is just Overheat. Because if I Overheat, then my special attack won't be dropped because of the White Herb, and I can just 2-hit KO the goddamn thing, or like do damage to anything, because Overheat does so much damage. Salazzle has like a high special attack and does a lot of damage. See, look at that. My special attack falls, and then it's back to normal. I could have easily just overheated, and then overheat again and killed him. Instead, my Salazzle, which I needed for Galarian Weezing, is dead. My counter to Galarian Weezing is dead. One of my win conditions is gone. The win condition is gone because of a mistake that I usually wouldn't have made. Because I do write down the team comps before the match starts, and I knew Conkeldurr was there. I just didn't think hard enough, and I was just so tilted for the last game. And then I go out the goddamn Clefable, and I realize, why do I have Disarming Voice? Oh, I forgot to put Protect. And why do I have Healing Wish? Oh, I forgot to put Wish. I'm just like, oh, I'm so tilted. I forgot to check Clefable's moves. Conkeldurr still can't do anything to it, so I just go for the free Moonblast. Darmanitan comes out. I'm not too afraid of the Darmanitan, but now I actually kind of am because it's in Zen mode. And now it's part Fire type, so it actually resists my Fairy moves. But I am a somewhat physically defensive set. I know I have max HP and some defensive investments, and I'm Bold Nature. I'm Calm Nature if I recall. Yeah, I'm Calm Nature. So I know that I can take hits from this thing, but I can't dish them out too well. And I luckily, though I didn't have that. Oh, what am I trying to say? That was just so bad. I'm keeping it in. I have one attacking move anyway, so it didn't matter if I had Protect or Wish this game. I could have possibly used Healing with. No, Salazzle's actually dead. He Dynamaxes here. I knew he was going to. I'm gonna Dynamax too because I kind of just want to kill this thing as fast as I can because I know that most Galarian Darmanitans with Zen mode do carry a Slack Berry, and I know I could take a few hits from this thing. So I need to kill this thing as soon as possible so that way he doesn't outspeed my Hydreigon, because my Hydreigon is my only other Pokemon other than Clefable at this point. And as you're going to see here, Max Starfall, it does like nothing anymore because it's a Fire type. So it's very unfortunate because like what people have told me is like Zen mode Darmanitan is not that good, but it is better in certain situations. In this case, it is for him because now my Clefable can't really take this thing out. And as you can see from my HP, 200 plus 200 is 400, so he could possibly 2-hit KO. If he min rolls here, then I kill him. Luckily, he min rolls instead of high rolling this time. I got really lucky. And I am able to knock him out with a Starfall. Now, my next problem is, like, he has 2 Pokemon left. He has the Conkeldurr. Does he still have the Conkeldurr, or did I kill that thing? No, yeah, he still has the Conkeldurr, if I recall. Regardless, he has the Conkeldurr which can Mach Punch me. And he has his Weezing. I was surprised he sent out this Weezing, because I wasn't too sure if Galarian Wheezing outspeeds a Clefable or not, but then again, he probably does because I have 0 speed investment, which obviously he does. He just uses a Clear Smog just to knock me out, so Clefable's just gonna die here, unfortunately. Big explosion. Poor Polio Tips. if you're new to the channel, we call Clefable Polio Tips because my friend, what's my friend's name? I haven't seen that guy in a long time. I forgot his name. Anyways, he was a funny dude. He named it Polio Tips for some reason. I have no clue why. Final Pokemon's Hydreigon. My only chance of winning at this point is locking myself into Fire Blast and critting. I have to crit this thing, and then I'm gonna outspeak Conkeldurr to kill him because a Mach Punch won't kill me. I think a Guts boosted Mach Punch wouldn't kill me, but it doesn't matter though because I don't get the crit. He's just gonna do his whatever move, knock me out in one hit because I'm 4 times weak against fairy type moves. And once again, I lose because I'm tilted, and because I'm tilted, I make stupid mistakes that I usually don't make. So that's another loss, and it's very unfortunate. But the next battle, however, you'll see how my unluckiness and luckiness mix in. That makes no sense, but you'll see. Okay, so it's been a day since I recorded the last part, so I kind of have no idea what I'm talking about here. Next battle here is 2 battles after the previous battle. The 2 battles before this will be shown in the next video. But the reason why I did skip it and wanted to show this battle at least, is to keep a common theme in this video, which is my Reuniclus. So you're going to see Reuniclus in this battle because I am going to choose it today. And once again, it looks like I do lead off with my choice Scarfer like a moron. I totally forgot to look at Team Preview, to be honest. So I totally forgot what my mindset was of choosing whichever Pokemon I chose this game. I think I was just so tilted that I just didn't give a shit anymore. I just really wanted to use Reuniclus. And I think Reuniclus actually could set up on a few of his pokes is I think the reason why I chose to have it on the team, even though there was a Dragapult, if I recall. Once again, I have a Hydreigon leading off. It's against a Gyarados, and I realized I don't really have as many Pokemon to deal with Gyarados at all. So Gyarados is kind of a problem. Because if he does set up Dragon Dance here, or a sub or something, I'm kind of screwed. I get swept automatically easily. So just going to switch in Reuniclus now, as I guess I did not edit the communication part out. That's weird of me. Switch Reuniclus in now, and then we see that he has Bounce. Bounce. Not Dragon Dance, but Bounce. I feel like he would have won this game if he just had Dragon Dance or sub. But he does hit the Bounce because, you know, I'm slower and stuff. And I am going to go for the Acid Armor, and I get paralyzed here. I'm just like, whatever. I'm paralyzed, who cares? I'm slower than everything against his team, most likely. I'm going to go last anyways. So why does this paralyzation matter to me? Huh. Trust me, it matters a lot. So, just going to go for another Acid Armor here, so that way I can get to +4. And as all of you may have known already because I explained it earlier, Stored Power, every time you boost a stat up, you gain 20 base damage on it. So right now it's at a total of 60 because of the regular base damage +2. Now I'm at +4, so that's 20, 40, 60, 80. That is 100 base damage that I have on my Stored Power right now, as he does bounce again. Now you're going to see his strategy shortly of what this Gyarados will do to me at some point, as he does hit another bounce, and I get paralyzed. That's the first time I get paralyzed. I'm going to mark this down here because this is a live countdown for it. So I get paralyzed once, so keep that in mind. He shoves Power Whip. Why does he have Power Whip? And I get paralyzed again. So now, at this point, I'm just like, oh, great. What's the chances of me being fully paralyzed? 25%, right? He does get a crit with this Waterfall. Luckily, I do recover, and I realized, oh, this is the Gyarados strategy. Paralyze with Bounce, use Waterfall to flinch. Waterfall has a 20% chance of flinching. Then being paralyzed, fully paralyzed, is a 25%. So that's like 45% essentially. That's how the math works of me just not doing anything at all. I do get the Calm Mind off here, so now I got another 2 extra boosts, so I'm at 140, I believe, 140 attack on my Stored Power now if I ever get to use it. And he does go for Waterfalls constantly to flinch me, and he finally gets the flinch, so that's 1 to flinch him there, so let's mark that down. All right. And then I get flinched again. That's 2 for flinching, 2 for paralyzation. Okay, great, awesome. And for some reason, he goes for Power Whip here. I guess he just wanted to try to get more damage, but Waterfall does more damage, so it didn't make any sense. I luckily do get the recover off. And this time, I believe, since the clip slowed down here, I finally kill him. I do not get flinched. I do not get paralyzed. and I just one-shot him with a stored power. Because like I said, it is 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140 base damage right now. And I believe that includes, including stab there, so that's 210 base power, keep in mind, for stored power. If that's how it's calculated, at least. I don't know if it's calculated like that. I guess this guy's never faced Reuniclus before because he leech seeds me. He doesn't realize that they have magic guards, so that's unfortunate for him. He wastes his turn. I think I'm calm-minded, if I recall. So I am at now, let's see, that's 2 more. I'm losing track here. That's 160. That's 240, if I recall. And I get paralyzed again, so let's mark that down. That's 3 paralyzations there, 3 paralyzations there. And then now we're at base 180 attack on our stored power as he is trying to set up in my face for curses. Now, this doesn't really matter to me because I am at +6 defense. So, since he cursed, technically I'm +5. And that 180 base power, store power, actually does not kill Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn is still pretty tanky, so that's not actually surprising. It's a Ferrothorn, guys. Ferrothorn can live through a lot of hits unless if it's like a fire type attack. Then it just kind of just dies. Oh, God. In the recording, I see a gap that I did not fill. I can't wait to commentate on that. But he does protect, and it's actually a good idea to protect because sword power. He doesn't know how many sword powers I have, and I only have a total of 10 without PP boost. And I finally do kill him as he fails to protect. So now he's gonna bring in the Charizard, which is his final Pokemon, and I'm so glad that I have a +2 in special defense, so I can live a lot of this Charizard's hits. And this Charizard has goddamn Air Slash. And I get paralyzed. That's 4 time indeed. Yes, indeed. So his strategy as a team in general is to paralyze and then to flinch. I hate that so much. He goes for the flamethrower, and of course, I get paralyzed because being burned gets you paralyzed. That's 5 times I've been paralyzed, 2 times I've been flinched. And here he Dynamaxed it. I'm kind of a bit worried that he Dynamaxed here as Dynamax Charizard versus Max. Because I've never seen a regular Charizard Dynamax. Because now that he used the Fire Move, the Sun is up. So his Fire Moves will do more damage. Oh, look, I got paralyzed again. Nice. So that's 6 times I've been paralyzed. I'm thinking about Dynamaxing, but it's not going to do anything. And I should not recover here. I should have tried to store power, because even if I do live, I could have easily killed him with the store power and ended the game. But luckily for me, I live with 1 HP, but I get paralyzed. Oh, man. The Uniclus Shiny Sweet Dream. The dream is over, boys. As unfortunately, my Shiny Uniclus will get knocked out by a max player because of another paralyzation. So I'm not sure if I marked down the last paralyzation. I think that's 7. It's 6 or 7 times I got paralyzed. I'm pretty sure it's 7. I mean, it just got paralyzed, which is unfortunate. I decided to sit out Extra Drill here just for no reason whatsoever. Because honestly, I feel like I've already won the game. Until he shows this move that she's going to show here in a second. As I try to go for Iron Head, because I did contemplate Horror Drill, keep in mind, but like I said, I've never used a one-hit KO move in a ranked or competitive game. I am surprisingly faster, so I guess he has no speed investments at all. I don't get the flinch, but he has focus, which is a problem, because I do live. He should have flamethrowed me. I have no idea why he flamethrowed me. So I do get a second Iron Head off, because like I was saying, Focus Blast is super effective against Hydreigon, and that's my last Pokemon I have left. However, though, since I got the 2 Iron Heads off, it's going to be a fairly easy win for me. And by the way, I did not Dynamax this game. I'm going to beat this guy without Dynamaxing. So, just going to switch out to that Hydreigon here. And I really wanted to disrespect him by going like for Draco Meteor, but I was really afraid of Draco Meteor missing. So I just decided to go for the Dark Pulse here to knock him out. And I did calculate if Charizard could kill me with the Focus Blast. Since he's not Life Orb or Choice Specs or anything like that, even if he was a modest nature with max special attack investments, Focus Blast is a 2-hit KO. So either way, I would have won it because I could have just 2-hit KO with a Draco Meteor or a Dark Pulse, I believe. So that was a good game, and I'm so happy that I finally was able to use Shiny Reuniclus in a battle. Like, thank God. It's honestly really good. Like, honestly, like not Shiny Reuniclus. Reuniclus in general with that stored power set, with Acid Armor and Calm Mind is really good, barring that there's not any Dark type attackers, because then you can't hit them. Because like Uniclus, you can see easily can set up on Pokemon like Toxapex really easily, and especially in a 3v3 format, it's really easy to just set up and sweep a team because sometimes people will not just bring something that will destroy Reuniclus in the 3v3. So anyways though, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of To Be a Master, a Pokemon Master. This video would have been out yesterday, but narration and editing just took too long, and work just takes a lot of my time. I will promise to try to get the next video out faster, probably in 2 days, hopefully, and then hopefully I'll start on the other things that I have ideas of. But yeah, make sure to like my Twitter, not my Twitter, like my Twitter, like the video, subscribe, follow my socials down below, especially my Twitter. You can join a Discord too, it's all down below. And yeah, that about does it for me. Like if you like, comment if you like, and subscribe if you like. And of course, as always, please have yourself a damn good one.